God bless you guys. This is Sean here. Sorry I'm kind of coming on here like this, the way it kind of looks. The camera's position has to be upside down kind of because it's on the charger and my phone's about to go dead. But I wanted to say, guys, that I had an awesome, like, I found another sign. Like, I was looking at the corona. I was thinking about, basically, I was going over my dream I had when I told you about those two witnesses. I was told in the dream they'd be preaching from June 22nd, 2027, and I was told that in the dream. And I found out that because, these 3 days of darkness, the 27th of October to the 30th of October, represented 2027 to 2030, which is starting in June 22nd of 2027. The two witnesses preaching, as I was told, and then I asked for a sign while I was getting these 3 days of darkness to make sure God was going to really do it. And I heard Corona or not Corona, but I heard Sahara dust cloud while I was awake, and Egyptian plagues, I was thinking about, he was impressing that upon me also, but I really heard Sarona, that was Sahara dust cloud, and Sahara dust cloud, that's what I was hearing. And then 2 days later it happened, and I decided to go back over it because I was thinking about June 22nd, my dream of them preaching, and try to make sure. And then sure enough, Corona, or I don't know why I keep saying Corona, but Sahara dust cloud had happened on June 22nd, 2020. So now I know what that meant. But here's the crazy thing. When I had my dream, I told you how my angel Fearless announced that, he was saying June 22nd effectively, things are going to change, and he said that, and he had showed me, I saw the whirlpool, he showed me the whirlpool of the burning star hitting and swallowing up people in darkness, and they were terrified and screaming. I told you that, guys. Well, guess what? In the dream, I was in a hotel. I told you, remember, I was in a hotel, and it was in New York City, and I was pulled from the burning building, the glass building, basically. Uh, I told you, like, a harlot handed me a loaded gun on a platter in a hotel room, and I rejected it. It was in New York City, and then I rejected it, and she was so angry, and it was like I started to fear. I wanted to get out of there because I knew that place was about to go down, for judgment. And then something flew me out of there fast, and I could hear these horrible screeches as the building came crashing down, the glass building. And then I told you guys that the angel told me basically yesterday, or on the 16th, he told me in 2 weeks I'll be pulled from the glass building of the New World Order. And I said 2 weeks, and he said 1. And I thought, what did that mean, 2 and 1? Well, now I know what it means, guys. 7 days, 1 week after the 16th is exactly the 27th. That's the creepy thing. It's exactly the 27th. And he means about another week is by a 7-year period, from now when the two witnesses preach. But here's the crazy thing. In the dream, I was in that hotel room, and always when I'm in a hotel room, it's always like that movie 1408. It's always like that. Every time I just know I'm in that hotel. And she tried to just make me go crazy and torment me by handing me a loaded gun, which represented fornication and people having astrosex in the spirit realm, demonic dreams, sex dreams. Their names are erased from the book of life for having sex dreams. Their names are erased. And so she was trying to offer me that loaded gun, and that's what it represented. My angel, gave that to me, and that symbol to me, and I rejected it. He was just showing that's how the way he showed it to me. That symbol, like a loaded gun to off yourself. Because they can't kill you in 1408, they can just torment you. And here's the crazy thing: I decided to look up 1408, and guess what the release date was for it, guys? It was June 22nd, 2007. 27? June 22nd. That's the same date I got in the dream that the two witnesses are going to be preaching. That's crazy, guys. No way that's a coincidence. And it also says, and I was looking up on the story, the plot, and the details of the movie, is that nobody had been in that hotel for 95 years, and they didn't last a single hour, in that hotel. Nobody had been in there for like 95 years until John Cusack's character gets in there, And so I looked up Revelation 9:5, and it says it was given to them not to be allowed to kill them, but to torment them 5 months. Their sting is like a scorpion. It's talking about the locusts. They can't kill them, but they can torment them. And in the hotel, they couldn't kill them. They could only torment them to try to make them kill themselves. They weren't allowed to kill them. and it's wild, and men will seek death in those days, and so that's crazy. And it was also called the Dolphin Hotel. And guys, it never says. I was just thinking now. I may have to edit that from my story, but it never says that a whale swallowed Jonah. It always says it's a great fish. A great fish. But I think, guys, it's just me. I think that Satan knows this, and he put that in there. He knows it was a dolphin. It was called Dolphin Hotel. So I think Jonah was swallowed by a dolphin, guys, a big dolphin. And dolphins represent praise, and God had praise stolen. So he swallowed him up in praise, and God says, I'll get me honor, I'll get me praise somehow. Even the wicked in hell, they know he's God, then they fear him then, and God gets praise out of that, one way or the other. They have to acknowledge he's the Lord down there, you know. But, so... And also, there was another hotel in The Shining called it. It's always like a cross for me when I have a dreams a hotel. It's a cross between 1408 and Shining. And so I took Overlook Hotel from Shining and Dolphin Hotel and 1408, and I'm going to always refer to them when I talk about hotel rooms like this judgment thing, what I see, and just call them the Dolphin Overlook. That'll be the name of the hotel, Dolphin Overlook. And the crazy thing is, guys, that 1408 hotel, it's in New York City, and he ends up burning it down. And in the dream, New York City was burned. That city in the dream was burned down. So I think there might be some judgment in 2027. And on June 22nd, we'll see. But that could, because Babylon the Great, guys, from what I understand, if I'm right, I believe I'm right, it's New York City, the city that reigns over the kings of the earth. But I think it represents a bigger city, which is, guys, compared to the cosmos, guys, the sin of the earth spreads through the cosmos, and it corrupts it. It causes the cosmos to be fallen and all these things, and that dust particles and everything. That the sin is what caused decay and everything to wear down in the universe. And so I think also Babylon the Great, the biggest representation when it says it's fallen, it's fallen. The second time it falls is the entire world, and that's the spiritual Babylon is the entire world. And it causes the cosmos to fall, and so it's like a city compared to all of the things that God's created, all the cosmos and everything, that one city that causes all the nations to fall, that causes the other cosmos to fall, into like decay and everything that you're seeing. And so I think that's what it represents. I mean, I know there's Babylon the Great represents also a harlot body of Satan, but these are big symbols and everything. But I was sharing with you guys that, I mean, it's remarkable. I couldn't have put these things together. But I'm just sharing with you this, guys, right now, and you can kind of pray about it and ask the Lord about it and everything, but it's too coincidental for me. So please, guys, like I said, when I was in that darkness, it's like it torments you. It's like it felt like it was gonna kill me. The darkness was killing me, killing my soul, and I experienced it for about 1 second, and I didn't want one more minute of it. I couldn't even fathom how anybody could experience that for 3 days. I would think their brains would be scrambled, but somehow God is gonna make it where, I don't know. But So make sure, guys, that you do what your part. There's family members that they just think I'm nutty and everything. They don't want to believe that and everything, and even that are Christians, family members saying that I can be brought back to the light, but I've gone away or whatever. And they think they're doing what do you call it, they think they're just trying to help me and speak from certain things. But Jesus said also, prophecies, that there would be people that would be jealous of this. And Jesus said, no prophet is received in his own country. And he said, I tell you, for there are many prophets, their children, in the days of Elias, but he was sent none of them who were in Israel, except for a widow woman, Zipporah, I believe, or whatever her name was, a widow woman. He was sent to only her. And so no prophet is accepted in his own country. He's not going to be accepted, certainly, in his family. So I don't think I would be a prophet of God if I was accepted, But I'm just trying to share with you guys this stuff. You can take it to the Lord and everything, but that June 22nd, that's crazy. In the dream, I'm in that same hotel. I get that same date for 2027. So these Satanists have been watching that day, because I think every millennium they watch that 27th day, but this is the next one. I mean, this is the 2027. If it passed by, it would be like, I don't know, whenever later. But every time they have 1,000 years or whatever, or 100 or whatever, they're watching for that 227, or that 27, because Jesus preached in 27 AD to 2030. And it just passed on my clock right now, 10 minutes and 27. So, anyways, just just be ready for this date, guys. I love you guys. I'm gonna let you go for now. Take care of yourselves. Till next time. Shalom.